Unemployment and underemployment is actually aligned. Again and again, we've had many Ugandans actually going abroad, and they have gone for issues of jobs. I was thinking about the Kuwait. We had an interview of some girls actually who came back, I think like 3 months ago, and we talked to them, and their experiences were overwhelming. They were appalling in some cases. And we've seen the media awash with messages of people, no, chikwafu, no, batuta. Now, today we are having the externalization of labor symposium. It's going to be here at Africana, and we're here to talk about externalization of labor. Where have we gone as a country? And with me, I have, of course, Kato Isma's actually been with us. Good morning, Mr. Kato.
Yeah, good morning, Ugandans. Yeah. Good morning to you, Cham again.
Okay, nice to have you. Good morning, Yabo.
Good morning, sir.
Your name?
Carol Bainey.
Carol Bainey.
Yeah. Good morning, Ugandans. Good morning, Mr. Chamagero.
Okay, your name?
Esther Navajo.
Esther Navajo. And of course, the gentleman this
good morning, everybody. Yeah. Good morning.
Okay. We're going to start with the best thing. Carol, let me start with you. The issue of externalization of labor. We fear as Ugandans, you have had that phobia of late because of the media washed, social media stories about externalization of labor. Can you try to break it down for us that we understand it?
One message we have for Ugandans out there is that they should differentiate between illegal recruiters and the legal licensed companies by the government. Okay. The candidates, our people who go through the licensed companies, go through a process. We have 4 states of the organ, or we have four organs of the state that monitor these candidates. We have Ministry of Gender, we have Foreign Affairs, we have Internal Affairs, and the Security, Ministry of Security. So Ugandans should learn to research, to look for information before they put themselves out there for the illegal recruiters, because you are guaranteed to suffer if you go with illegal recruiters. You can get information on licensed companies through the Ministry of Gender and Labour Social Development.
Okay. Try to differentiate for me. How do I know this company is legalized and this one is an illegal, this one is a trafficker? Let me try to draw the line there. How do I know these ones are, legit and these ones are illegal?
With the legit companies, we have a process. This process takes 4 to 6 weeks. It begins with the interviews, then it begins with the vetting forms which go to DSO and LC levels. These forms are submitted to gender. It is a process. Before you leave, the candidate has to look at his job offer, which we call a contract, read through it, interpret it in his language so that he understands it very well before he makes a decision. So when he signs, he has made an informed decision. He knows exactly what he is going to do, and he knows the terms and conditions. Normally with the people who go with licensed companies, they have accommodation, they have food, they have medical insurance, which covers up to, just in case they even die there, because dying is a must and you can die anywhere. But when it comes to the illegal recruiters, the process takes about 3 to 4 days. And the money is so overwhelming. They ask for between 6 to 8 million, and they tell you within 3 days you'll be going. And indeed within 3-4 days you go. Once your medicals are okay, you go. And you go with a visit visa. Okay. It is very, very rare for an illegal recruiter to have an employment visa.
So it is a visiting visa?
It's a visiting visa. So they should be very, very careful to try and understand what kind of visa they have. Yes. Why aren't they given their job contracts from here? So that is how you differentiate between the illegal recruiters and the licensed companies.
Well, there you have it. She has actually put it much more to light. We now know the difference between Olakutwala CPD, in 3 days you'll be gone and everything will be done. Just know something is not right. Kato, you as someone who has been with the SMEs more, you've been more versed with the youth. Where do you think we have gone wrong with externalization of labor as youths?
Well, as youth, I would say, one, we do not look for information. As Carol has said, information is available. Yeah. Well, through government, we have police. It must have the list of licensed companies, and police is everywhere in the country. Yeah. We have the ISO. You can go to the DISO's office. Yeah. The list is there. But you find someone really taking on a company which does not exist, and you end up in trouble. So the second would be the urge to do things the way you want, or immediately when you want to go out, you take a decision in 1 day and you want in 3 days to go out. Yeah, so there is a process through which one has to undergo to go out there, and you are protected by your government.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Let's talk about the issue of transparency in this externalization of labor. At times they say even when you go to the ministry, someone is going to badge you back and forth. That dribbling there. How do we even have transparency about externalization of labor? I will go in one particular office, I'll drop my documents, they'll be respected, and then I'll move on.
Well, I think that's government work. Yes. And we have some issues, of course, with our technocrats. Even some of them are not informed. You go there with a need, and they are tossing you around, but that's because mainly they are not even informed about what you're talking about. Yeah, for example, we have these ministries that should be working together. You have internal affairs, you have foreign affairs, and then you have Ministry of Gender, but they are not working together. Someone wants a passport because they got a very, very, very good job somewhere, and they are not given. Recently we had an issue with the internal affairs where we have letters from Ministry of Gender approving candidates to go and work as professionals. But now when we asked internal affairs to put in that profession, they were like, we don't have it in Uganda. But these are people who are trained here in Uganda. So there is a lot of I would say there's no linkage between government agencies. There's no linkage between the people who are on the ground to work. So largely we are getting trouble because of that. Because of that.
Technocrats and bureaucracy is actually giving us a problem. Gentlemen, if we could just put it into perspective, do you think we have enough capacity and training to export laborers by now?
Absolutely, absolutely. When our country needs to appear, we are fighting to become by 2020 middle income status. And externalization of labor is one of the factors which can support that vision of becoming middle income status by 2020. Ministry of Labor has put measures where all migrant workers must be trained. What do they train for? They must be trained for what are they going to expect in the recipient country. For the period since Hajat has become a minister, there's great improvement. Very great improvement. So in terms of capacity of training, absolutely we are competing with Philippines. We are competing with the Philippines at this moment.
The pacts we have as a country with these other countries where we actually export labor, are they respected on the other side, or are Ugandans treated well as per the MOUs we have with those countries?
Yes. Ugandans who have been externalized by licensed companies, they are respected because they are legally exported. Okay. It's in a local, they are not commodity to be exported, but in ministry terms, they are called placed. They are placed to work. They are respected. The Ugandans who have been trafficked, which we are fighting to stop that phenomena, are the ones who have come with the aid of media giving a wrong information. The real information is out of 100%, if it is 0.1% suffering, why do you make noise? Even in Uganda, people suffer. But at the moment, most youth, those ones who have been externalized, we know their status. They have built houses. So yes, the suffering is in terms of those ones who have been trafficked, but those ones who went through the legal means, which we are the one taking them, they are safe. They are safe, and the employers respect their terms, their contracts.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, there we have it. Many of us have had, like she has actually put it right. We have always had issues about people not being safe. I don't know, Esther, if you could put it into perspective, where does the problem? Banaba suffering, the ones who are on social media, they are killing us. Someone jumped off the 7th floor and died. Where do they come from?
I will term it like this. Suffering is everywhere. We have many people suffering from home. But then there is this phobia. Do you know the difference between the people we deploy, we licensed companies, and those who are taken by illegal recruiters like Carol explained in the area?
I don't know the difference. Help me.
The difference, mine, whom I deployed as a company, when she gets a problem, she's well assured. It's like an insured company. Anything happens, the insurance comes in. These are our people we deploy. Something, yes, legally. Something comes up, they are secure. I will come in, whether at 2 at night, ask her. We are always on phones. Anything happens, I'll just tip onto my partners, the other end. They will come in. Now this one who went illegally, she has nowhere to lean on. Can I tell you this, Chamagero? These people go, some even sneak out without the family members knowing.
They just travel with the
They just travel. Now just imagine you are in Dubai, you are in Saudi, you went illegally, or Oman, no one home knows there. Some people, even their parents, they are close family members can't close Kampala. They don't even know where Minister of Gender is. Can you imagine? Now you are stuck in Oman. Do you expect such a family to find anywhere to come and rescue you?
It's a hard one.
But with licensed companies, we represent everyone who can't. It's like when our people are going, we call parents at our offices.
To confirm.
We sit not just confirming, we educate them, we sensitize them how to handle those people when they are there. When you hear anything about them which is not okay, come to us. Parents call us. Parents are partners in this thing. But when you go alone, you are standing alone, yet you cannot. I'll give you an example of America. It's a very mighty country. Do you see when their citizens are stuck in Korea? Do you know, even if they fail but they do something?
They try to check.
Just imagine if you sneak into Korea just like that. What will happen?
But when you talk about that, does Uganda go into Middle East? Let me give you an example. Let me, Carol, hypothetically, a Ugandan is stuck in Oman. We don't have
no bilateral agreements. No Ugandan.
Now let's first talk about. We're going to talk about that. But Kwanza, a Ugandan is stuck in Middle East, where we have a pact with them. Do you have the capacity to go and follow up that Ugandan and they actually come back?
Yes, we have Mr. Yassin. Many people in recruitment, they know Mr. Yassin. His numbers are everywhere. He even has a sheet, an online paper. Even if you're stuck where no one can reach, he can just connect it to you, you fill it, you send it to our embassy. And this will bring me to the government side. We are not blaming them, they have been good partners, but more improvements.
Where?
The diplomatic,
the technocratic, the diplomatic.
Not as such, but they need more workforce. Just imagine Oman, just imagine Qatar, Kuwait, Saudi, one embassy, one mission, and how many people are on that mission. They are doing their best, but they are few. And the trend, external recruitment or externalization of labor is a trend. I did economics. There are stages of development. The stage of development development where Uganda is. It's now, Uganda is becoming small for us in terms of work. So it is normal to go and work abroad. But there is this phobia in many of our youth, or people turn it political. They are selling our people. You just test people and put something about jobs in Saudi, or they will start, you're selling us, take your children. Blah, you know,
Google will give you a lot.
That is not right. You will die of poverty boasting on social media. But the reality is, a Philippine is educated. They are doing it. Indians are doing it. Do you know how much India brings home in billions of dollars annually? They are like almost 15 times better than Uganda, or 20. Isn't India growing? Isn't it in a second world, almost hitting first world? So Ugandans, I have this for you. Externalization of labor is normal. It is a trend. Adopt it, but in a right way. How? They want Uganda developed. It will not happen magically. You and me will have to contribute to the growth of our country. If you are not a doctor, do something. I always, when I'm briefing my people, I'm like this. You are 30, you are 35, you're almost losing it, you think you can't make it. Here comes a job, Saudi, I'm making a passport, I'm doing this, I'm doing, they're paying you 800, 900. Are you bewitched? Your kids have to go to school. You will not cry to the state house, even if who is there. You have to work. Every country works for themselves, every individual. So these people should wake up from the dreams of blaming, especially the blame game. I'm tired of the blame games in Uganda. Let us wake up and work. Do you know I went to Iraq? People were like, yes.
How was Iraq? Give me your experience. Now that you were there, how was the experience?
It was fun. It was fun. It was normal work. Do you know the best thing I liked about Iraq? The president used to tell people, those are my soldiers. One time he met Bush and he told him, those are my soldiers helping you out in Iraq. You know what? They trained us. They trained us. You know, we lost that civilian mentality. We went to Iraq as soldiers. We worked with Americans. They never discovered we were civilians from Uganda. Do you know? But why? Because it's a mentality. But do you know what? Our parents could not sleep. They thought, because they see Baghdad every day on BBC, they thought we are in a war zone. But do you know, I've never seen even anything hitting next to me.
Well, there you have it. Carol, there is something you hinted on about the pact. Many Ugandans are in Oman. Era bebasinga kupostinga. People are mistreating them. Kata, I think you've actually seen on this one. Kato, come closer. You've seen them online complaining again and again. What countries do we have pact with that we need to respect?
We have bilateral agreements with Saudi and Jordan. Already the ministry has the Ministry of Gender is already in UAE, and before the year ends, I'm very sure we shall have UAE on board.
Okay.
Yes.
So we have many Ugandans in Kuwait, Oman, Bahrain, Abu Dhabi.
Now, for any other Ugandans in the GCC that are not within countries that have bilateral agreements with the government of Uganda, there is a problem. The females, especially the females in the domestic world, there is a very, very big problem. Factually and statistically, we ascertained that we have close to 30,000 females in Oman doing housemaid. That is very dangerous.
Wow.
They are not protected. Nobody knows their exit and entry. Nobody knows anything about them. And the cost of bringing them back is very, very high. That is why they run to social media when they get a problem. Otherwise, if it were licensed companies in Oman, all the girls suffering would have been returned, because before you're licensed, there's a guarantee. You have to have a cash guarantee of 50 million for just in case.
Wow.
The Ministry of Gender can access that money as and when they please. So if we had girls in Oman who went legally, that money could have already returned those girls. But unfortunately, they were trafficked. They are illegally there. But Uwera as Uwera, we are working around the corner to have bilateral agreements there and make it legal for them, because they are very many and no one can stop them from going. When you bar them at Entebbe, they have
other routes.
They have other routes. Jomo Kenyatta being one of them. Almost every day, about 60 girls are intercepted at the border or at Jomo Kenyatta. We have them there in detention. So the world out there must embrace externalization of labor. It is a global trend. We must streamline because nobody can stop me from moving. If I want to move, I'll move, and at whatever cost, I will move. So let the population, let the government put its effort and direct its energy here, because we are not just looking at the social aspect of the whole thing, where they educate their children back at home, build homes, look after their elderly, but we are also looking at the foreign exchange.
That comes with it.
And today the truth is that the only thing that can get us out of this poverty is earning more foreign exchange, and labor externalization is one of them. Yes.
Wow, there you have it. Kato,
Yes.
where do we need to pressurize the government to streamline? We have heard what is actually in Oman, and these are girls. And I think those are some of the girls I had a few months ago. They were in Oman. How do we streamline the already gone bad labor export that is already in the other countries?
Well, I think, as you are putting it rightly, government needs now to put more effort right now to curb this I would say disparity amongst the youth. They should now direct more energy into having more bilateral agreements. Because apparently since 2005, when labor export began, we have only signed, I think, 3 countries. We have Saudi and Jordan. Actually 2. So
we have those in China, they are in Japan.
Those ones are on their own. So look at this situation where you only have 2 bilateral agreements, where you have millions of young people who are educated sitting in your country. So why doesn't government sign and so that they help in streamlining? If you have a bilateral with Qatar, I think it is still pending, and we don't have even the ambassadors of now. They pronounce, and then we don't know what is happening.
What happens?
So we don't have bilaterals with UAE countries. We have so many other opportunities in other countries. They need workers, but the government is not so active as it is required as of now with this kind of unemployment in the country. So I think they should direct now more energy into signing bilaterals so that we can have also many other options. And they should also look into signing other different opportunities, not in these general opportunities where people go just as maids, but there are so many other opportunities these people offer us, but we cannot, because our only bilateral, say for example with Saudi, is for maids, but we get opportunities for others. They say we want female nurses, we want female what, but you cannot get a visa because in their system Uganda only has for maids.
Wow.
So government itself is not that proactive into helping Ugandans and these other companies, because our companies are working on behalf of government. Actually, what we're doing is supposed to be done by government. So we are agents of government, but now we need also more options. We need a proactive ministries. Now look at foreign affairs. They are not helping people. You find in Oman, we don't have a foreign mission, but we have a person, an individual. So an individual monitoring about 30,000 girls is a lot of work. And then you are in different towns. These are big towns. If they tell you probably a girl is in a certain city, which you can actually see from Kampala maybe to Nairobi, how is that person going to connect in that regard. So we need foreign missions in these countries. We need bilaterals signed by government so that we can have also more options.
Wow. All right, as we're winding up, do you think our borders are strong enough? Our airport, we already have one anyway. Is our airport stronger? Are our borders on the other side of the country equally strong?
Yeah, we are happy somehow because there are some improvements done at the airport. That is through people like you and others who come in to squeeze a little bit. But we had issues with immigration. Girls are going every day, as they have said, 60 almost on a daily basis. They pass through immigration and they go out there. There's a lot of bribing at Entebbe airport. People still pass. And these are the people who go out there and they start to make noise. They bribe their way out there in a wrong way, and they get into trouble the other side. But it is immigration here which let them go out there. So we need to streamline. We need also we encourage our brothers in immigration to have a feeling as parents that why should you let someone go out there where they do not even know, even themselves they don't know where they are letting this person to go. So you have a feel as a human being to not to let them go out there because it is dangerous for them. It's very dangerous. Don't look at the $200 whatever dollars you get from this person. That is blood money. So immigration, we have always pointed them out as the only people. That's why you see girls going out. Why don't they try Kanombe? Why don't they try maybe Tanzania? They are always they are always arrested. So they are always using only Entebbe and the immigration at Malaba, and they go to Jomo Kenyatta, which is dangerous. So it tells you the problem is
okay. Well, there we have it. As we're running up today, the president will actually be officiating it. Well, you've given a t-shirt. Thank you so much. All right, just to wrap it up today, we are having a lot of talk about externalization of labor. The president will actually be here to officiate here today about externalization of labor. We want to say thanks to the Right Honorable Janat Mukwaya. They have actually said that ever since she came into the ministry, a lot has been streamlined on the other side of Saudi and Jordan, and more needs to be done. They need more missions in other countries like Oman, Kuwait, Bahrain and the likes. We need to align more of our externalization of labor. But then the other thing that stands out, don't go with the traffickers. First find the information you need before you actually get on board and say, I'm going to work. Then the other thing, you need to look at your visa. If your visa says it's a visiting visa, it's not a working visa, just know you're being trafficked. Well, from the ground, I'm Andrew Chamagero Montwawansi, and Mala will be coming up shortly, and that will take us for a short commercial break. This is Morning at 10 TV.
My name is Ochaya Moses Ozere. I'm a coordinator Northern Region in Driver's Office. In all these years I've been working in the bus industry. I've been driving lorry buses. I found that the main cause of accident in Uganda, mostly it causes because drivers that does not follow the road sign and the traffic law. Because of some of them